Hi, Gemini. This is Just with your love reading for singles for the next 3 months. Now, for those of you who are already in a relationship, this may not be the reading for you, but you're more than welcome to stay and take a listen if you'd like. And others of you who are single, keep in mind that this is a general, so it may not resonate. But as we go through the reading, you'll know if this is something that's closely hitting your personal situation. So Gemini. It definitely looks like some of you, now it's funny because some of you are single just by default. It's too expensive to date. It just costs too much money. And you're like, if I keep this up, I'm not even going to have any money in my savings account. So it's just like you just can't afford to date at this time. You definitely can't afford it. Others of you, I feel like you're single, like single. Like you guys are single and you don't want to let go of your old ways, like your old ways of thinking, your old kind of ways that you've always known yourself to be. You do have Uranus in your 12th house as the subconscious. So you are making, drastic changes in the way that you think, deep down inside, that place in your mind that isn't as conscious. You are making a lot of changes and it's kind of changing anyway. A lot of you guys are doing heavy evaluation of your life and where you are in life. Some of you, it may come down to dollars and cents. Others of you, you're just really stubborn about about love at this time. Where do you stand with whom and where do you go next? So you're kind of stubborn when it comes to your viewpoint. You kind of are one way. That's how you've been. That's how you always have been. And change is coming for you. There is a level of change in that kind of old antiquated way that you've adopted for yourself. And that has a lot to do, I believe, with Uranus. That's going to be transiting your 12th house. It's kind of nothing that you could do about that situation, really, in my opinion. Now, in the past, it looks like a situation ended. And you probably just knew that it wasn't going anywhere. You knew deep down inside, this isn't going anywhere. I'm tired of playing this game with this person. I'm done. It's not even exciting anymore. And I feel like some of you, if someone kind of ended things with you, you may have went back to them. It's probably more ego than anything. So some of you could have been flaked on by another person and you're wanting an answer. Like, why didn't you answer my call? I thought we had a date, that sort of thing. Someone could have definitely flaked on you guys in the past, or a relationship went sour and now you're single. The challenge with some of you being single is that you just haven't seen anyone worth your time or investment, right? You may meet a lot of people, but there isn't anyone in particular that you see that, they're making the mark for me. They're standing out. A lot of you might have a huge laundry list of expectations. So what you look for in a man, what do you look for in a woman? And I don't feel like that's worked out for you in the past. So maybe you need to, again, I get rigidness. I keep getting rigidness over and over and over again for some of you Gemini. So perhaps it is a good time to be a little bit more flexible when it comes to how you see people and social life and relationship. I do feel like you may be very intimidating Gemini men. You may back women up in a corner almost, because you could be so cold and isolated and kind of that is your way of being. That is how you've always done things. So it's kind of like that better them than me. I might even title this better them than me is the kind of philosophy. Like, no, if anyone's going to be hurt, it's better off you than it will be me. It's that type of energy is kind of what I'm getting here. But I get a lot of love is not here for you right now, meaning you're not in your feelings. You're very methodical. You're very strategic. And you do take a lot of time to kind of sift through where you are when it comes to love. How do you see it? And some of you may have a very skewed view when it comes to love. Again, a lot of it has to do with dollars and cents, especially if you're a Gemini man. And you may feel like, I'm not spending A, B, and C on you. I'm not taking you to such and such. I'm not doing that either. It's just like a lot of like when it comes down to, trying to get back out there socially, it has a lot to do with dollars and cents. Now, some of it may have something to do with a karmic experience that you had. Some of you may have recently became single. You may have gone through a divorce, a separation. People had to leave. Assets were allocated. And it's like, even though you definitely felt the pinch of this breakup, you may have felt like if you were a Gemini woman, you may feel like you're always having to, you're always being relied upon by this man. Like there's a lot of codependency in this relationship. It's always about them and you notice that this is a problem, and it seems like every time they're around, you're always putting so much into them, and you look at yourself and say, well, what the hell about me? And I feel that some of you, because of it, you may want someone that's a little bit different, someone that's more successful, someone that has their stuff together, someone that is more in alignment with where you are, where you're trying to go in your own life. Some of you may feel like you're quite successful, and you do attract people who are your counterparts, so other successful men. And I feel that some of you, again, are kind of reconciling with yourself that are single, knowing to separate the wheat from the germ. So I only want women who, will reciprocate, take me out as well as I'll take her out. I don't want a woman that's always expecting me for me to pay, that's going to put me in a poorhouse. I don't want a man who, financially, he's always struggling. There's always a problem. I want someone who comes already packaged and ready to go. Some of you want someone that's packaged and ready to go, because you may feel like I'm packaged and ready to go. I want someone that's packaged and ready to go. If you're putting yourself out there, I do see that you may be attracting a lot of Leos. We do know the Gemini-Leo combo that goes on quite often. Others of you may meet a woman, especially if you're a Gemini man, you may meet a woman who really has her stuff together, like she really knows how to nurture you and take care of you. You may find this, quite refreshing, because she isn't someone who has her hand out. In fact, she is someone who knows how to cook really well. She may sew. She does something crafty that really does kind of set her apart from other people. Gemini women, though, I feel that you may show up that way. Like you may show up as in like a every woman type of energy to a particular man or men if you're out there and you're social. I do feel like you're going to be meeting people who are very confident, who has a lot going on with themselves, but also may be like about to go on vacation, or who's on vacation. So if you guys are on vacation, you may meet a lot of people at this time. You may also meet people who are in transition. So they're healing from a situation, just like you guys appear to be as well. Or people who are, again, trying to get their lives together and they're needing some form of aid. So you definitely can call back in those codependent people. I get hard-headed people. You're telling them, but it's like the words are going straight out. And it's not even penetrating one ear to get out of the other ear. So you may be attracting, some of you could be attracting codependent people as well. The same thing that you keep saying, I don't want is usually what you attract to yourself anyway. So get into the more mindset of saying what you want. And I also see that you will definitely attract people who are of a higher caliber. A lot of people that you're meeting now are in transition. So a lot of their life cycles are coming to an end and they're wrapping some things up. They could be finishing schools, finishing a major project, something about their life is wrapping up and they're evolving to the next level with the particular people external to you. Now, halfway through, so a month and a half out from this particular reading, I do see that some of you may be very chatty, very busy, really spending a lot of time with individuals, maybe two people in particular, but two people vying for your attention or you theirs. It will be very fresh, very fun, a lot of communication, conversation, almost interrogations going on, because a lot of probing, a lot of, research, wanting to know about a particular person, a lot of dates, or a person spending a lot of time going back and forth to see each other. And this can foster a pretty committed relationship for you, Gemini. So if this is someone who you have in your life now, if you guys are single, get out there. Aquarius is kind of going through something personal right now. Libras are almost going through a liberation type of an energy. You guys seem to be the more, I'm single, I'm really ready to mingle. Don't worry. Listen, you can sit back. I got this. It's that type of energy. I'm going to show them how it's done. Let's not forget, you have Mercury. I think you got Venus. You got a few. And then the sun is in. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. I didn't say that. Happy birthday, Gemini. And then you have the sun. So you guys have all of the, benefit planets transiting you. And you have Mercury retrograding you. So you're going to be in and out of Mercury. So you're going to be kind of here, there, everywhere. I do see very much a social butterfly energy coming through for you guys, but it will foster some form of a committed relationship. So you guys just having fun, getting out there, not being too heavy, but being kind of light with people, or people doing that with you. It will make someone look and say, hey, I could do this forever with you. Like, I could do this for a long time with you. So Geminis, I'm seeing something that really can blossom here. Now we're going to look in the extended at the rest of this particular reading. And then we're going to look at this person that may be coming back, because I definitely see, and I've seen for all the signs so far, that someone from your past is contending with new people. And how would that work out, right? How would that all work out? What would happen if you chose new versus old, right? We're going to look at that. And then we're going to look at, what are your issues? What exactly can you learn through this process of dating in these next 3 months? It's something that you can take with you, a little nugget, and say, okay, well, this is something to work on, and this is something I need to watch out for. And I'll be a little bit more proactive in that area. So we're going to take a look at that. If you're interested, again, click that link below. We're going to take a look at all of those things when it comes to the remainder of your love life. But Gemini, I want to say that so far, you are my third sign that I'm reading for thus far. You guys have your finger on the pulse when it comes to your dating. And it seems like you're going to make up for lost time if you haven't been. All you have to do is kind of get yourself out there, and you'll find that you're almost like, you're like honey, and bees will, bees to honey. People just will flock to you. It won't be difficult. The only thing that I do feel like would be a challenge for some of you is, people expecting you to pay for everything. People expecting you to do everything. Like, that's going to be a problem. But if someone can come to you in a way that is balanced, that is fun, that's, lighthearted, that they match you on a social economic level, then again, like I said, I'm seeing something definitely that can turn into something that you didn't expect. So that's what I have for you guys. Please let us know how this resonates so far if you would like to. In the description box below, if you would like something, in the comment section below for your comments. If you want something personal with me, reach me in the description box below. All the details are there. And if you're new, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Gemini.